name is Marcus Robbins. I'm the owner of robinsinkstudio, and you're tuned into Leak TV. My father, he has his own business, and that's a carpentry business. He does master carpentry, and that alone, seeing him able to navigate his own business and be confident in what he was doing was enough for me to say, I can do that eventually. Um, and another influence that I had was my mother, and being first generation Nigerian, she came over to the States while she was in her 30s or late 20s, and seeing her work ethic was enough for me to know that I have the drive to achieve my goals and become an entrepreneur. It's important for me to be an entrepreneur is how I can be a role model to the next generation of young black girls and boys. They can see that this is something they can aspire to be. It doesn't have to be a tattoo artist, but at the end of the day, they can see that they can create something for themselves, and they don't have to rely on institutions that already exist. Breaking into the tattoo industry has been very difficult for a lot of people, and it's because of some of the old ways of thinking for the last generation of artists. A lot of people hid secrets and didn't want to share information, and weren't really guiding the young people who were trying to become tattoo artists. But that notion is changing because you got artists like myself and even a lot of the older guys. They're now taking on apprentices, and they're trying to be more progressive about how they shape the next generation of tattoo artists. I think it's a huge challenge creating balance between multiple components like school and work, because I am a full-time student. I'm getting my bachelor's degree in business, logistics, and supply chain management. So also being a stay-at-home father and being a tattoo artist with my own business, it becomes daunting, and it can have negative effects on mental health if I don't take the time to become introspective and meditative about what's going on in my life. I've found myself yesterday talking to my wife about how difficult this is, and one thing we started to talk about was how important enjoying the journey is, because oftentimes we get really fixated on checkpoints and end goals, and those are just minuscule, momentary points in our journey. But the journey, sometimes the things that stress us out the most, are going to be the lengthiest part of what you're going through. So to be able to enjoy that is extremely important. So it's up to us. We have to choose to be happy and choose to enjoy the life we live. An important thing to talk about is the way the industry is changing and trying to incorporate black people into the business better, because it wasn't too long ago where you see a lot of black clients come in and want color, and people would just completely reject them. And I think it's extremely important that we're teaching and guiding our clients, our black clientele, and working with them to get color pieces on them and letting them know what the steps are going to be in order to get that color piece they want. Because it's not just, no, we can't do color on you and send you out the door. You used to see that a lot, but now, just a client I had recently, did a consultation with him, and I wanted to really guide him through the process and let him be able to trust me in knowing that I was going to take care of his piece in a way where if he wants color, he'll be able to get it, but there are guidelines to it, and we can work together or maybe experiment together to see what kind of colors work with his skin tone. But I take a lot of pride in taking on the responsibility of tattooing my black clients and putting color on them, and maybe if we have to alter the hues or the tones a little bit, it's still something that they would like, and we're going to enter this challenge together. You want to come in and get a tattoo, this would involve getting in contact with our social media page or email, and then what you could do is you can come in and do a consultation in person if it's a little more complex of a piece, and that's to get measurements, and that's usually for some of the custom pieces we have, which almost anything that somebody brings in, I want to make sure that I customize it to a degree so that we're not just stamping the same stuff on everybody. Don't get too caught up on meaning. If you think something's beautiful, get it. It's art. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to worry about what everybody else thinks.